beautiful cat. This is your video. I call upon your angels, I call upon your guides, your ascendant masters, your higher self. And did I mention your ancestors? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, to bring any messages forth for us to see what needs to be seen. And maybe have a accurate, positive, intentional reading. Oh, blessed be. Okay, so we got the 2 cards, so I'm definitely seeing some changes. We got the Death card as well with the Daughter of Pentacles. So the Death card means end of a transition, renewal. You're coming into an end point. Specifically though, in business wise, I feel like you've been going through a model of how you work, how to get things done, but you're coming into this new transition of leveling up, new ideas, new ways of beings. Specifically, within business, financial, passion wise. The Pentacles is a fire element, and the fire signifies our passion, our spirit, as well as in coins, which is the material sense. So that means that your business or your passions are about to go through this transition. Some ways that you saw how you were doing things are no longer going to work anymore, which is okay because that means that we're about to level up. So yeah, specifically on that, those 2 actually fell out of the tarot deck while I was shuffling. I didn't pull them out, they came out. So that was the Death card and the Daughter of Pentacles. Even though I do feel like the death is an overall aspect within life, within emotionally, spiritually, physically, but the more that you're gonna feel it is how you present yourself within your business. Okay, so the next 3 cards, we got the Ace of Wands, we got the 9 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords. So let's start off with the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords signify a lot of shadow aspect, dark entities, nightmares, and you did mention that you're kind of dealing with some dark aspects about what the transition of the world is going on. So this card definitely signifies it, that is very much taking a toll on you. This card is advising you to spend more time with people that you love in order for you to be grounded. Also though, we got the 8 of Swords in this. In this specific view, meaning that you feel a little bit powerless. You kind of feel a little bit as like a victim, not in a way where it's like, oh, it's happening to me, but in a way where we feel like we don't have much power, or we don't have much say in it. And the thing is that I do feel like you are tapping into the collective of the suffering of these children, but it's also of what our ancestors had to go through. So a lot of these memories are embedded in our DNA and they're resurfacing back. So I think that you're being asked to sit down with them and have a ritual with yourself. You also got the Ace of Wands for this specific point of view that we're dealing with, which means a spark of energy, of creativity, new ideas, a new path forging in. So what I'm seeing this is that you're feeling a darker sense, but once you realize that we're not powerless into this situation, and it's a situation that needed to be brought up in order for it to heal and in order for it to be bring upon light. This is happening now because it's finally being exposed. We're finally being able to do something about it. So it's not as, it is dark as it is, but at the same time there is also a positive outline now that these kids have more of a chance to be able to free themselves. And sometimes our DNA, how I was talking about, has this senses. So sometimes we have to go back and free ourselves. So what I'm feeling is that you should have a ritual with yourself. You could do it either with somebody that you love. Sit down specifically for this subject matter, and it does need a lot of ritual work, because a lot of this child sacrificing is a lot based on spirituality as well. Like the video that I sent you, a lot of these kids that mostly get kidnapped are because they have psychic abilities. So it needs a lot of cleansing and a lot of protecting. So if you sit down with yourself and do these rituals to send protection, to send love, to send courage, to send strength, to send them angels, guides, and ways of them being able to free themselves, to be escaped, or to somebody to help free them, I think that it will definitely help. But also, you having this card, I do feel that because something feels really, really personal, you're gonna be more caught up on working on this. I think it's gonna be developing through your spiritual practice and your business. You're being asked to step up within your spirituality, and on how you are there for people, because I feel like the universe is telling you that your guides see what you do, and you're very beautiful and you're a very strong woman, and because of that you have some deep work to be done to help the state of humanity. So specifically, if you feel called to start a foundation of awareness or ritual work for this, I think that it's gonna help you to be able to deal with all these commotions. I do think that it in itself is going to bring you into a new project, which is pretty exciting to see what you unravel through this. Specifically for this subject, I am here for you as well. If you need help, I am here for you to do this work as well. We can't do it by ourselves. So yeah, so know that you are very powerful, you have the strength, and because of that, you have to sit down with yourself and do that specific ritual. I think it's a lot of ancestral trauma coming in for it. So I hope that makes sense. I know that within these times that you're very lucky and blessed and privileged to be able to be surrounded by people that you love and that support you. So stay with them in order to be grounded, and don't be afraid to speak up about it. You're being asked to not keep it inside, because this card is letting me know that you kind of have a little bit of self-limiting beliefs, that you don't allow yourself to fully emerge how you're feeling, how you're thinking. There's some individuals that you trust, but it's asking you to be able to be more open to it. You're being asked to step up and literally, like, it's like the butterfly coming out of the cocoon, out of the shadows, the pain, and you're being asked to be able to transform it. The cocoon is getting too tight, you have to come out, you know. So I hope that made sense in order for you to be able to step up into this new role that you're being asked. All right, okay. So the last part of the segment of the cards that came out is the Daughter of Wands. It came out reversed. So this means that you're going to be flustered with new ideas, new projects, a new way of incorporating things. I mean, I see it that you're about to go through a death. You're about to release old mindsets, ways of being, and you're being shown that because you feel so intensely within your darkness, is that you are specifically in this path, spiritual path, even though if it's not an easy one, but it's definitely the one for you. This card is asking you, you have new ways of implementing things, something you want to venture into, a new project, a new way of doing things. And as well, this means that you're seeking a deeper sense of spirituality as well. You want something a little bit more tangible, a new, not just tangible, but a new way of being able to express yourself spiritually. So this card is letting you know, do not hold yourself back and allow yourself. So yeah, I think personally you're just being asked to be able to do more spiritual work, not just for yourself, but for the community, for the collective, and for the people that you love, or for a specific cause. And you don't have to, like, I know that sometimes you could be very private, but at the same time I love that you do share. But this card is asking you, is telling you that if you, sometimes you like to keep these matters a bit more private, so if you decide to take that route, that is totally fine. Regardless, you're going to be supported. Then we got the 246 of cups, which means childhood memories coming in. And we got the Devil's card. Okay, so something new has come up. It feels like childhood. It feels like old memories. It feels like nostalgia. You're being to, like, go through a little bit of, like, this honeymoon phase. You allow yourself to be like a child right now. Do not constrain yourself. Allow yourself to play, to dance, to allow yourself to fully feel. So we got the Devil's card. The Devil card always comes up with you. It could mean specifically in a relationship, somebody that just had come into your life, or just a relationship within yourself. So this card is telling you that you are seeking something a little bit deeper, and you're having this creativity of, like, can this happen? Should this happen? Like, I want this to happen. This card is also letting you to take it easy. The things that you do want, feel it out, how it would feel to actually want them, and allow yourself to see if it happens, but don't make it be so strict. It needs to happen, it needs to be this way. Allow yourself to let it unfold. This card, the Devil's card, is basically letting you know that sometimes through your pleasure, you like the instant gratification. You want that quick fix. You want it right now. Like, whew, give me the pleasure right now, even though it will make me feel bad a little bit later afterwards. So this card is letting you know that it's like, allow yourself to have pleasure, but not in the instant, let me just feel it now, and then I don't have to deal with it later. This card, the Devil's card, is letting you to allow yourself to look for long-term pleasure rather than just instant. Another way that I could picture it is that instead of having, like, one night stands or just quickies, this is telling you that allow yourself to have the constant pleasure of building something with someone, or particularly anything that you have pleasure with, to allow yourself to have something that it contributes long term, not just instant right now. Let it something for it to be nurtured and to continuously evolve. Also, this card means exploring your sexuality. We've talked about it. In order for you to have your safe words, to be careful with how you choose your partners, because you also dive in a deep emotional and physical sense that with them, that if you were something to be long term, make sure you just pick your partners wisely, and you will be able to have that pleasure long term. So yeah, so you're thinking if this could be something new, this could be something that it could evolve to something. This is telling you that it can. Allow yourself to feel it, but don't force it. Just allow yourself to see how that would feel, and how it would actually be nice to have that mindset, or something that you're looking for. Especially right now that you're feeling very, like, nostalgic, you're in your feels, you're going back to feeling like a kid again. So let yourself feel those emotions, let yourself play around, let yourself get a bit carried away. This card is letting you that it's okay to get carried away, and because of that, because you're able to get a little bit more carried away, it's asking you to not just get a quick fix, but a long-term sense of pleasure, whatever that means to you. So we are coming into the oracle sense, just to wrap up the energy. If any of your angels want us to listen to a specific message for it to come forth. Oh, blessed be. I already had a card come out, so I do think that you're going to be shifting through spirituality a lot. You're going to be finding a deeper path within yourself. You got white. That means also a lot of pure energies coming towards you. That you don't have any bad intentions. So be able to bring the source, the divinity, the enlightenment through the dark aspects. Because you have such a strong light. And you're definitely able to bring light into dark situations. Don't think of yourself as powerless, or that you have nothing to give or to contribute or to do anything about. You're actually being asked by the High Council and your guides to be able to take a deeper step into it. I can't necessarily specifically tell you how. I did tell you that to have a ritual for yourself, but within it you will find specifically what your guides will tell you on how to take these steps for that next mission or challenge or statement or project, path, whatever your angels are gonna and your guides ask you on how to take the next step for it. Okay. All right. Yep. Okay. Okay, so the two cards that you got for your oracle cards, it's source and passed over loved ones. So this one just goes back that you're going through a transition spiritually. Also too, this card is reminding you of the divinity inside of you. Also to call forth your spirit guides and passed over ones. That means that your ancestors are actually looking over they're looking over you, but you're being asked to summon them. You are being asked to work with them. Specifically for this matter, they're asking you to please get in contact with them, because right now you are receiving a divine teaching, and it could be pretty hard if you don't have assistance towards it. So they're just being asked to call upon your ancestors to help you with it and to surrender to it. I know that the emotions could be turbulent right now, and it does feel intense, but right now it's asking you to surrender to the images, to the visions, to the feelings, in order for you to fully grasp the meaning towards it and the actions that you would need to take. Basically, you're going through this lesson. Also, your guides are trying to give you a lesson. So yeah, I hope that made sense. And yeah, that's pretty exciting. But anything strong only happens with hard work. So yeah, my love, I am here for you. Don't think that you're by yourself. We're all going through this together. Let me know if you want to host a circle in order to do this specific healing as well. Regardless, you have to do this with yourself. Call upon your guides, call upon your ancestors. They're wanting to give you messages and help you transition through this spiritual density that you're going through. You're not meant to do it by yourself. They're here with you, and towards it, you're going to receive a lot of blessings and a new way of mindset, a new way of being, and even another psychic ability coming in after you go through this transition. That's what I'm receiving. So yeah, sending you tons of love. I hope this made sense.